The heads of the FBI and Homeland Security acknowledged that amid worldwide political and social uncertainty and Israel's war with Hamas, now is the time to be concerned about terrorist threats to the United States. They say risk isn't going away, noting the chance for a terror attack in America is increasing.
Lone actors, homegrown violent extremists inspired by foreign terrorist organizations are in many ways the biggest threat we face here in the homeland.
FBI Director Christopher Wray also admits the gaps in U.S. intelligence are real.
What would you tell Americans right now about the threat today as compared to before?
This is not a time for panic, but it is a time for vigilance. We shouldn't stop conducting our daily lives, going to schools, houses of worship, and so forth. But we should be vigilant.
Ray acknowledged threats to the Jewish community are at historic levels.
The Jewish community is uniquely targeted by pretty much every terrorist organization across the spectrum. And when you look at a group that makes up 2.4% roughly of the American population, it should be jarring to everyone that same population accounts for something like 60% of all religious-based hate crimes.
Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas fielded questions on DHS attempts to keep track of known terrorists crossing the southern border.
Individuals that pose a risk to our national security are our highest enforcement priority.
And the impact of millions who have illegally crossed under President Biden's watch.
Where did these 6 million people go? Are you keeping track of them? To what extent do we have a handle on where these 6 million people are in America?
Senator, as you well know, when an individual is indeed released, they are released into immigration enforcement proceedings and are subject to removal if they do not have a legal basis to remain in the United States.
You're not answering the question.
One of Director Wray's major concerns is the number of terrorist organizations explicitly calling for attacks in the U.S., which bumps the current threat risk to a whole new level. Reporting from Washington, Abigail Robertson, CBN News.